Welcome to England, you know. Oh. Jesus Christ.
What you bring men out here?
We have crossbar challenge. We have Don Robbie. We have the fam, Nick. They're up against me, Cecil G.
How's your touch? Bad boy thing.
This weekend we are starting a brand new competition called AFTV Picks, where every week we are going to be giving away cash prizes. You can win yourself the share of up to £1,000 by simply entering our free competition. Yeah, it's free to enter. You don't have to spend a penny and you can win yourself a share of £1,000. And guess what? Because it's the North London Derby, we're also giving away one of these bad boys. A brand new PS5, specially for you, for free. So yo, what are you waiting for? Enter the competition right now. All you gotta be is over 18 and answer a few questions around the North London Derby. And the PS5 could be yours and a share of £1,000. The link is in the description. So what are you waiting for, man? Yeah? Why are you still sitting there? Enter now. Wow. Welcome along to AFTV News Daily, and that is true, right? You can see it there. You can win yourself a free PS5 plus a share of £1,000. You know what? I got it here, yo. If you think it's some joke thing, let me move the mic a bit. Yeah. I ain't got bricks in it either. It's heavy, right? You can win yourself that PS5, right? Plus a share of £1,000. All you got to do, the link is in the description. Click onto it. It's free to enter. Doesn't cost you anything. It's all going to be some little questions around the North London Derby. Who will Arsenal score first? Blah, blah, blah. All you got to do, enter that. But you got to be over 18, yeah? You haven't got to put no money down. It's free. Don't say I don't give you people something, yeah? Yeah? All right. PS5. And listen, on that, actually, on the giving thing, I want to say, yo, big you guys up, man. Yesterday, we did the Walk the Line, which was brilliant, by the way. I had so much fun doing it. Walk the Line, in case people don't know, is basically they do this thing in Islington every year where it's a charity walk around the borough of Islington and people do it to raise money. But what we did, we raised money for the Hive Food Bank, which is based in Islington. And we raised yesterday, with the help of some Tottenham fans as well. We did it as a North London Derby special. There was guys like Expressions down there, Toby, Dubs, you know what I mean? Jamie, those guys from Tottenham. Well done to them. You know, I don't normally clap Tottenham people, but listen, they put rivalry aside and we raised over £5,000 for the Hive Food Bank, and we're still getting money. If you want to donate, you can still donate. I'll make sure we get a link in description, or you can go to the video from yesterday's game. We've got another video coming up about 9:30 tonight with the highlights of yesterday. It was so funny. So many funny moments, expressions on there with me. Ty, Lee Judges, Kalechi, everyone was involved. Even DT donated £100 to it, right? And that's hard enough, right? So you can still donate to it, but we've raised over £5,000. I'm going to donate some money to it as well. I'm going to top it up again, right? So, and all of that money is going to those guys who do a great job at the Hive, at the food bank, all right? Also got myself my Christmas jumper today, look. The Three Kings, big up U to B for that, man. Love that, right? Now, it's just good to be sat down doing the show today because last night, as I said, walking on that treadmill, I don't know if you saw my treadmill, it actually conked out. I think I was putting so much work in, it just went, right? But listen, it was for a fantastic cause yesterday. Now, let's get stuck into tonight. I don't know if you guys saw it today. David Ornstein was talking about Mikel Arteta ahead of our game tomorrow. And he said that, you know, he's been told that he has 100% backing of the board. The board back him 100%. And I wanted to get your view on it. What do you guys feel about that? You know what I mean? let's open the discussion up again. I know we've been talking about it a lot. On Monday, I did a great show. Curtis come on. Curtis was like, he wants Arteta out. And I was saying to Curtis, no, I don't think he should go. For me, it's too early. He hasn't got his own team yet. Yes, he's made mistakes. I think he's got credit in the bank because he won the FA Cup. And I just don't feel that this is the right time to be talking about sacking a manager. He's under a lot of pressure, of course. It's a huge game for him this weekend against Tottenham. That's a tough game. Tottenham, they're top of the league. They're on form. You would have seen yesterday the Tottenham fans on that stream. They were all, you could see them, man. They were glowing, all of them. They're gassed at the moment. They think they're going to smash us. They might not have been saying it too much on the stream, right? Because they kind of know that, you know, what if it goes wrong? But they were mad confident. When they were talking off the stream, trust me, they're mad confident. And they got a right to be mad confident because at the moment, they're doing way better than us. But as I was cautioning people, look at the other night, Fulham versus Leicester. You know, I remember as well, when you see all the confidence of these Tottenham fans, when we was playing Man United, they had the same confidence and they had the same energy as well. Going into that game, if you remember rightly, Manchester United had beaten PSG, Manchester United had destroyed Leipzig, and they were like, you guys got no chance. So we went there and we done a number on them. So don't write off Arsenal yet. But there's been some people who've been writing off Arteta. But as I said, it looks like the board are backing him. So what do you guys think about that? Sam Allardyce said, PS5 is bigger than Spurs. As I said, the PS5 AFTV picks, get involved in it. It's here. I'm not giving it away tonight, but you've got to go into the AFTV picks in the description. But what do you reckon about Arteta? Would love to hear from you guys tonight on it, and to get your, get your view on it. So let's dive into the comments and get some of your views on it. Mikel Arteta, 100% backing from the board. Does he deserve it? Does he deserve that at the moment? Curtis, as I said the other night, didn't think he did and was talking about sacking him. I was against that. I kind of, I put it out there that I didn't like that idea. He needs time. Right, let's get into some of the Marco says the PS5 could buy out Ozil's contract. Ain't quite worth that, man. Listen, he could buy about 700,000 PS5s. Trust me. You don't worry about him, man. He's good. He's still collecting. NBA Gaming says, this fan base make me sick. This coach won us something with the same guy, Bellerin, who got bullied by Jack, and Xhaka, who got rouletted by Adama. So he's got a point there, right? Listen, a few months ago, we were all bigging up Arteta. Well done, Arteta. Brilliant. Won the FA Cup. Now there's fans, he's got to go. But if you feel he wants to go, he should go. Make an argument for it. I'm making the argument that I still think we should be patient. Would make no sense to get rid of him right now. But if you feel he should go, make an argument. That's what we're here for. Daniel says, hi, Robbie. I fully back Arteta. He doesn't have his team. Of course, we can criticize him, but he's the right man to take us forward. He needs his players. Remember that. He hasn't had a full transfer window yet. He had the summer. But the problem he has at the moment, there's so many players that need to go. Ozil, Socrates, Mustafi. You could put Chambers in there. There's a whole host of players. Kolasinac. Look how many players that he needs to really move out. He hasn't got his own team, right? Luke Swift says the fact that people are calling for Arteta's head is ridiculous. He's been in a job for only a year, and look at the team he inherited. But, some people are not really looking at it. Mad says they need to back him financially to not just to save face. But then Chiotti says Tapas Pulis out. So you can see he's not a fan. Trevor says, if we win the Europa, FA Cup and end 8th, will we want Arteta out? How much will we need to spend to be competitive in the Champions League? Well, listen, a lot of money. A lot of money to be competitive in the Champions League, because we can see... I looked at that game the other night against Wolves, and I want to ask you guys a question. Look at it real now. Take your love of Arsenal out of it. Who had the better midfield? Us or them? On paper, who's got a better... They had Martinho in there, Neves, you know. Look at our midfield. Who had the better midfield? We need to spend. Jay Torres says, thanks for the picture when you came to the US on tour. Big up, bro. Right? If they back Arteta in the next few transfer windows, we'll know they're telling the truth. And that's a very good point. I like that. It's true, because as my bro Turkish is always saying, and we got to get Turkish on this week, look at the board. Are they giving this guy the full backing? Let's be fair, though. They get, it's not going to happen overnight. And in the summer transfer window, Gabriel, great signing. Thomas Partey, I know he's been injured, but great signing. So they backed him a bit in the summer. Karnash says, just calm down and trust him. He got Partey and Gab, who are really doing well. So just let him do his job. Ben said, if you did a combined 11 with Southampton and Arsenal, there's going to be about 5 Southampton players in it. Arteta needs time. Our squad is mid-table. Can't argue with a lot of that. Samuel says, Unai Emery inherited a worse team. So, there's lots of arguments coming in for and against. King Salt Gambian Guna says, I'm Arteta out. But Arsenal board needs to leave before Arteta can. Anyone trust them to get anything right? Sammy says, or is it Sami or Same? He says, Robbie, this is a results business. We have to get things better. Look at Lampard. He dropped his captain, Azpilicueta, after a bad run maybe. And now Reece James plays every week. Why Arteta keeps playing Bellerin every week? Yeah. Bellerin had a poor game at the weekend, and maybe he could get dropped for the game coming up. Who knows? Lampard. Listen, Lampard. We know that with Lampard, right? He had no money to spend, and he had to turn to the kids for that season, right? This season, he's had loads of money to spend. Look at all the players he was able to buy. So, it's hard to compare the two. Mobius says, Robbie, I believe Arteta, and I believe in Arteta, and I know he can turn things around. Once he has Martinelli and others back, he can get the results. Also, January will be great. As for Fabrizio Romano the other day saying that, Arsenal fans, look out to January. It's going to be great. I don't know. Maybe he's talking about the vaccine or something like that. I don't know. Right? Because I'll wait until January comes. I've heard that before. Right? Joshua L says, Arteta is clueless. Want to hear you when we are in a relegation zone. But listen, Joshua. Patience, bro. I don't think... Joshua, are you seriously saying to me now that he should be sacked right now? As I said, Curtis was saying the other night he should be. And me and him were going back and forth because it's too early. That's my view. Chris Papa Fitness says, back him. Robbie, do you think Arteta has reached the club's maximum potential given our current squad without talking about Ozil? Well, Chris, let me say this. No, he hasn't reached the maximum potential. The team that he has right now is not good enough. However, it should be doing better than what it's doing. So, no, he hasn't reached maximum potential. There is no running away from it, Chris. The fact that I'm backing him doesn't mean that I'm going to not criticize him. It's been poor recently. And some of the decisions that Arteta has made have been poor. The Ozil one, you said without talking about Ozil, I'm going to have to talk about it. Leaving Mesut Ozil out. And I was chatting to my mate Julian earlier, who's like, he don't like Ozil at all. And even he had to say, in the end, that, maybe even on the bench. It makes no sense to have left Ozil completely out. I'm sorry. That was a bad decision. And the team ain't playing well. But I'm still going to give him more time. I'm still going to be patient. I think he needs a season. Unless, we go our next 4 games and we lose all of those, obviously we got to discuss his future. But to me, he needs a season. Tim Neighbour says, Arteta has brought a spine to Arsenal. It takes time to rebuild the team he wants. If the board have his back, so should we. Patience is the key. Come on, you Gunners. I agree with him on that. He's trying to, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to fix the spine of the team. The problem is, it's been at the detriment, excuse me, it's been at the detriment to the attack because the attacking intent of this team has been poor. Wayne Sage says the board is not the problem. Arsenal's problem right now is not a player problem. It's not Lacazette or Bellerin. One creative midfielder, club cut off their nose to spite their face. So he thinks the Ozil thing. Remember this, as I was chatting to my friend Julian earlier, as I said, right? Julian's making some great points on Ozil as well. He goes, you know what? Sometimes when a player, he gave the analogy of no, I'm not going to give you the exact analogy he gave you, actually. But basically, he's saying that sometimes when you don't have something, you might have been and had something for a very long time, and that thing just wasn't good enough. It pissed you off and it weren't good enough. But when it's gone, you start to remember the best of that thing, but you don't start to, you completely forget about all the things that really peed you off. So in a roundabout way, that's somebody giving you the analogy of what he was saying. But let's be real. Ozil away from home, passenger. But for me, Ozil at home, where we've been really struggling at the moment, is a guy who could create things. Doesn't make sense for me at the moment, him being out of the team. I'm sorry, that's a mistake in my SC says, have you seen that Kane is an injury doubt for Sunday? Also, you have any plans for the Euros in the summer? Well, listen, hopefully we can get to the Euros. Hopefully with the vaccine stuff, what they're talking about, things can kind of get back to normal by then. Hopefully. I'd love to be at the Euros. Of course, some of the games are going to be played in the UK, Scotland. So I'm looking forward to the Euros. Kane is an injury doubt for Sunday. I'm sorry. I am not buying it one bit. We hear it all the time. This player's injured. He's broken his leg. That player, he's had his arm chopped off, and they still turn up and play against Arsenal. I'm not buying it, right? Kane will be there. Peter says, I back Arteta, Robbie. It's a process, and he should be given at least 2 years to get rid of all the deadwood and have his own players. Much love from Atlanta. Big up. Melvin says, it's scary that the board backs him. I back him, but I don't back the board. So if they are, it worries me. I hear you on that one. Come on, you Gunners every day. He says the problem with Arteta is that he doesn't trust the youth. He doesn't trust the likes of Saliba, Aziz, Balogun, Smith Rowe, etc. He chooses players like Luiz over Saliba. He has actually backed a lot of youth. Remember, because you could say that, but then you could say he's played Willock a lot. He's played Saka a lot. He's got Maitland-Niles. He kept him, even though he hasn't really played a lot of games, but he kept him, didn't sell him in the summer. Yeah? Who else who am I missing here? Willock, Saka. Yeah, he's, they're all youngsters. He's played all of those guys. So to say he's not back in the youth. Eddie Nketiah, that was the other one. So, no, I don't think that's fair. He backs youth. Maybe some of the youth ain't quite ready yet. Cass says, damn it, there is no board. Our board has 3 people. 2 of them are cronkies, and 1 is Lord Harris, who has nothing to do with football decisions. Lord Harris, no longer there now. It is the cronkies running the show. Oh, sorry, I just did that one. Jack says, I can't believe we're having this conversation. If you're a fan who wants him out. Stop watching real football and go play FIFA. It's going to take time to gut the club. Arteta is the man for the job. All right, I hear you on that, Jack. But listen, it's people's opinions, Jack. And you heard Curtis on the show the other day. He would like someone else, you know? And he's not the only one. There are quite a lot of people that I've spoken to recently who are very unhappy. So Robert Wilson says, if Mesut Ozil came in January and performed really well, like 19 assists till the end of the season, would you give him a 1-year extension, Robbie? There is no way. Even if he came back and he did well, there is no way the board would do it. But you know what? This was my argument. You raised a great point there, Robert, yeah? Because I was talking about this again with my mate Julian. And I was saying to him that if you got a player who's in the last year of his contract, he might put it in. He might be saying to himself, you know what? I want that big contract, man. I want to be able to stay on at Arsenal, or I want to impress suitors in that might come in for me in the summer. So that might have motivated Ozil. I just don't. This is one of the big mistakes I feel by it's probably the board, but listen, Arteta put himself out there and said it's his decision. It makes no footballing sense to not have Ozil in the squad right now. I'm sorry. Dan, it says, if the board would go, what type of Premiership team board would you like to see? Well, I'd like to see a board that, number one, that they're at games. I'd like to see a board that are very involved with everything that happens at Arsenal. I just get the, I mean, I was thinking about it today. Has Arteta even met Stan Kroenke? I don't know. I don't even know if they've met because he weren't at the FA Cup final, was he? Obviously there was lockdown and that. I don't even know if they've met. Imran says Potter, Jose, Dean Smith, Hasenhüttl all had issues last season. They needed players and time to perfect their system. Mikel would need the same time. Sacking him now is short-sighted. I have to say, Imran, I agree with that. I agree. But O-Ray says, I want Pochettino. Would you have Pochettino at Arsenal? Anybody out there? Jean Rene says, Robbie, bring back Curtis after he spoke to KC today. I think he sees things differently now. But Michael says, worst start in 38 years. How can we overlook that? He's right. Worst start in 38 years. That's what's hanging over Mikel Arteta right now. I just see Arteta, to me, looks like a determined guy that will try to get things right. He will really put it in and do his damnedest to try and get it right. Ashan says they could have put the blade to Ozil by playing him and him not succeeding, but cutting him out puts Arteta in a poor decision, or makes it, I think he means makes it a poor decision. Samuel says Arteta doesn't have the experience to manage a crisis. That we're going to find out, isn't it? We're in a crisis right now. We're going to find out if he can take us out of it. Ibit Sam says, hi, Robbie, I'm a Man United fan. I think both our teams have gone downhill. However, I think Ollie is moving in the right direction. And for Arteta, I don't think he got the backing Ollie did. That's, again, you make a great point there. Because look at the backing that Solskjaer's had, right? He was able to go and get Bruno Fernandes. I mean, that's one of the big problems that exists at Arsenal is our midfield. It's a big problem. Big problem. Bruno Fernandes has been, since he's come in at United, they were in big trouble. He's been like a breath of fresh air. He scores goals. He creates. Who creates in our midfield? Who scores goals in our midfield? Our midfield hasn't scored one. There's not been one goal scored from midfield this season. Not one. And I'm not even sure. I'd have to have a look at the stats on assists from midfield this season in the Premier League. Last season, I think our midfield scored 2 goals. We're getting on Aubameyang. We're too dependent upon this guy. Way too dependent. Our midfield should be chipping in with goals. Where is it? Jay Berm says Arteta out. While some players aren't good enough, he's also picked some of those players and made poor decisions. Ozil, Saliba, Martinez, Willian over Pepe, keeping Xhaka, Mustafi. So many poor decisions, he says. Joshua says we need more risk takers in this Arsenal team. That's true. That's true. Eric Cartman says, Spurs fan here. If you lose Arteta, if you lose the North London derby, how would you view Arteta? Would be a major setback. Major. And pressure will intensify, but I still wouldn't be talking about getting rid of him. Jack says, oh, I think I did that one already. Don Biggie says, these plastic fans calling for Arteta to be sacked already. Joke, man. He hasn't got the players he wants. Seems to be quite a lot of support here for that. For Arteta. Curse Raff says, Robbie, there are rumours that Partey will be available for the Spurs game. Do you believe it? Would you bring back Guendouzi? I haven't heard those rumours about Partey being available. I've heard rumours that he might not be available for the whole of December. Is the rumours I've been hearing. So I hope that your rumours are true and my rumours are wrong. Would I bring back Guendouzi? If Guendouzi, changes his ways, yeah, I mean, why not? You know what I mean? He's been... I don't want him to be just binned completely unless it's just, but I mean, I get the feeling he will be binned completely, but he's a young player. And one thing I liked about Guendouzi, he's a hungry player. He's always got a bit of fight in him. So I like Guendouzi. However, even with Guendouzi, we don't create enough because even Guendouzi's not a creative player. I don't think he's that creative, He doesn't score goals. He's an up-and-coming player. He's still got a long way to go. We need a goal-scoring midfielder, a creative midfielder. We just don't have that at the moment, So basically, if our strikers don't score, or we're relying on our defenders to come up and score from a set piece, all of our goals this season, was it? Gabriel's got 2. Bamiyang's got 2. That's 4. Lacazette's got 3, 7. Who else? Eddie and Nketiah 1. 8. And who else has scored? I can't remember who else scored. That's 8 goals. I think we've scored 9 goals this season. Who got the other one? Is it Luis or somebody like... No goals from midfield. Come on, man. That's simply not good enough. JML says, Arteta, bang average player and bang average manager. Ooh, that's a bit harsh. That is very harsh. Nirajan says Arteta needs a player like Isco and Grealish. So Arsenal should go for Isco in January and Grealish in the summer. Grealish, listen, we ain't going to pay the money for Grealish. Is over £100 million player now, Barsan says, Robbie, what do you think about Jack Wilshere? You know what? Listen, right, what are we creating right now? I know that, Wilshere, all the injuries he's had and that. If he's fit, I don't know the state of Jack Wilshere now, but I'd say this, yeah? He ain't going to come. You're probably looking at a player coming towards the end, right? However, if Jack Wilshere is fit right now, I would bring him back and, pay as you play. Pay as you play. I think this guy is saying it, Prafmashev. He says, heard Wilshere's going to sign back on a pay-as-you-play deal. Is he a good deal? What are your opinions? Listen, it wouldn't cost no money. And if it's pay-as-you-play and he's fit and he create more than what was there, what are we creating? Nothing. Nothing from that midfield. The midfield at the moment is dead. Dos Bros says, Guendouzi is able to drive into the box, which other midfielders in our club don't usually do whatsoever. Guendouzi can be played as a number 10. Okay, that is one thing. You are right, Dos Bros. He picks the ball up and he drives. I do like that about him. What I do like about him as well, there was somebody earlier on said that we don't have risk takers. He's a risk taker. He doesn't mind getting. He demands the ball. He's up for taking risks. So, but there's obviously some sort of attitude problem there. Jezreel says, do you remember the amazing pass to Aubameyang in the North London derby made by Guendouzi? He's really creative and forward-thinking. He should be given another chance. Okay, yeah, I do remember that pass, but that was the only one I remember last season. There's not enough creativity, right? There's one creative guy, but he's sat at home on Twitter. JK says, we're not creative because he ain't playing no creative players. Ozil is not the reason. He's not the reason in the Europa League we score a lot of goals because he plays creative players. He don't have creative players in the Premier League. Well, hold on. The players that play in the Europa League, right? They play in the Premier League as well. You know? It's a lot easier to create against Dundalk. Yeah? Right? But creating against Tottenham or these teams that have got good defenses is a completely different thing. TJ John says, I'll give Arteta till the end of the season. If he cannot make the Champions League, then we should sack him. But if this trend of losing continues, we should sack Arteta in January. Listen, football is, I'm not stupid, yeah? And nor are you guys. We're not stupid. We know how football goes. Even though I'm sitting here and I'm saying, give him till the end of the season. I agree with that guy. Give him at least till the end of the season. I'm not stupid. If he went and lost his next 5 games in a row, he's out. Like, the board are giving him 100% backing, but there'd be a lot of pressure. There'd be people saying he's not, get rid of him. But that's how, especially you're managing a big club like Arsenal, your job's on the line. But if that meltdown didn't happen, I stick with this guy till the end of the season. And for me, I wouldn't sack him if we didn't get into the Champions League. Let me ask you this question. I've asked this, I think, before on this show, but I'm going to ask you again. I'm going to name some teams, right? And I want you to be honest. Are we better than these teams? Player for player. Man City? No. Liverpool? No. Chelsea? Player for player, remember? No. Pains me to say it. Tottenham, we did you're going to see it, combined 11 come out later on in the week with a load of fans in there. Most of the players. Pains with Tottenham. No. That's 4 teams, yeah? Leicester. Maybe on par. Probably not. Better midfield than us they've got as well. Probably not better than Leicester. Wolves. Well, they beat us. Probably not again. Or same level. Everton. That's 7. Everton. On par. We got good players. They got top players, Luca Dini at the back, better than any of our fullbacks. James Rodriguez. Calvert-Lewin up front, good player. The midfield, Alan. Decore. That's 7 teams I've just named, yeah? 7. Now, at the moment, if you look at those teams and you look at us, I mean, at least 5 of those teams are better than us, player for player. Better than us. You do a combined 11 with those teams and do it honestly, there's less Arsenal players in there than those players. So to say he should be sacked if he don't get top 4, if he got top 4, he's overachieved. That's the reality of the situation. Doesn't have the team yet. I Am King says we need fighting spirit in the team. Yet he asks Mateo for fighting. Also, we need creativity. He asks Ozil. Arteta is a fish out of his water. All right, that's some good points he makes there. František says, I would only keep 7 players of this current squad. Aubameyang, Pepe, Saka, Partey, Martinelli, Gabriel and Tierney. The rest are simply not good enough. We should open our eyes finally. Noah says, start from the top. Drain the swamp. He sounds like Donald Trump. Drain the swamp. The whole lot of them. Drain that swamp. Big up Noah. Grant, Solomon says, do you trust the Arsenal board? It's true. You get 100% backing from them lot, mate. I wouldn't trust that at all, right? Nirajan says, what about Zaha in January? We've got Pepe, man. I don't think we need... Listen, originally, I wanted Zaha, right? We didn't get him. We got Pepe. That's the other thing. That's the other test for Arteta. Get Pepe playing to the highest level. Get the best out of him. Avishek says it was Pepe and Saka that scored 2 goals against West Ham. Okay, cool. But again, none are from midfield, the wingers. I'm on about the central midfield of Ceballos, Xhaka, Willock when he's played, Partey. Bit unfair on Partey, he's only played a couple of games. No goals from midfield. And I don't even remember an assist. I don't know, maybe someone remind me. I don't remember an assist. Take Me Back says, banners out, Crexit. Crexit. I see that one, man. That's a good one. Crexit. Oh my God. Lots of comments coming in. Keep them coming in. By the way, let me just remind you again. AFTV Picks is a brand new competition that we're starting here on AFTV. Every week we're going to be doing this. We're going to be giving away, this week we're giving away £1,000. The link is in the description. It doesn't cost you any money to enter. You can win a share of £1,000 or PS5, right? It's right here. If no one don't win it, trust me, you guys don't win this, I might keep that. Yeah? The link is in the description. Click on, get involved with it right now. All you got to do is answer some questions around the North London derby, and you can win yourself a PS5 or a share of £1,000, or even all of the £1,000 if you come top of the leaderboard. I'm going to be in it as well. If I win, right? If I win it, I'll donate whatever I win. Because I'm going to be in it every week. But if I do win, I'll be donating it to charity. So you see this going to charity. Yo, my kids there, charity. No. But no, listen, get involved in it right now. Listen, this is what you've got to be over 18 to enter, and it costs you actually nothing to enter, right? So get involved. This guy says Xhaka or El Neni for the North London derby. That's a good question. That's a good question. At the moment, I'll go El Neni. Receded says, oi, Robbie, stop swinging my PS5 around like giving man a heart attack. Yo, bro, it can be yours. All you got to do is enter the competition. Sam Cressida says, I am charity. No, you ain't, man. I've seen you even put super chats in. You got money, right? But listen, it don't cost you no money to enter the competition. Exclusively on AFTV, free competition. Every week we're going to be doing it. You just enter AFTV Picks. Link is in the description. Get involved. No catch, no nothing. Yeah? All you got to be over 18. Okay? SJW says, if the board has total faith, then they're putting the faith at the wrong person. So he's still not happy with that. Pitrim says, Robbie, fact is we took 10 plus years of decline of Arsenal for the team to reach this point of the worst start in a long time. It's not Arteta's fault. Good point. Simon says, Robbie, big up. Now that I see all the replays and the more we create to try to create, the more we leave our defense vulnerable, which is the main problem. I kind of get why Arteta plays 3 at the back. And I think that's why it's kind of been suiting us away from home. Because away from home, with that 3 at the back, more solidity, less pressure on the team to go forward and attack, less pressure from the sort of, even though the fans ain't there, but from, they can know that the fans are like, we're at home, we should be having more of a go. Maybe at the weekend, that might suit us. Going to Tottenham, we might be able to, be a bit more defensive in that game and not have the emphasis on us attacking. But yeah, I mean, Gosh, tough times, man. Decon says, I was AFTV's first subscriber. Yo, Decon, here you go. No, I'm only joking. Still got to enter the competition, right? Free to enter. Don't worry yourself. Wayne Sage says, highly disagree with you, Robbie. You any chance of getting the PS5, right? Just went out the window for you, bro. You mean you disagree with me? No, I'm only joking. Of course, you got your own opinion. He said, I'd take 7 of our players over 7 players in the league. Players aren't the problem. Come on, listen. Wait, and you'll see when the video comes out this week. I want you to watch it, yeah? We've done a starting 11, combined starting 11 with Tottenham fans. And it annoyed me because on some of the players, right, like normally when we've done starting 11 with them over the years, yeah, I mean, you're lucky you get 3 Tottenham players in. It used to be. Now you're having to, you know, almost lie sometimes to get some of our players into that starting 11. Remember when I'd done a starting 11 with Leicester? Again, I was struggling sometimes. You know, do it, Wayne. I want you to do, Wayne, yeah, because I think you'd say this, right? I want you to do this, Wayne, and come back, write it down. It ain't got to be no super chat, and I'll make sure I read it, right? This is my challenge to you, Wayne. Excuse me. I want you to do a combined 11, us and Leicester. Do me a combined 11 and submit it up on here, and I'll read it out before the end of the show, right? And you tell me which 7 players are going to get into that Leicester team. So Wayne Stage, I want you to do it, and I want you to be honest. Be honest with it. Yeah? All right, Wayne. Come back to me on that. Dave says, Robbie Arteta knows what he's doing. I think he doesn't want Ozil because he wants a midfielder that presses opponents instead, but they get lazy on the track. Listen, I saw where he said that. You know, I saw where he said, listen, the reason why I haven't really gone with Ozil is because I want you know, he was sort of saying that he wants a player that's going to press. He wants a player that's going to have lots of energy. We know that Ozil can be a bit lazy. We know that Ozil never puts a tackle in. We know that Ozil is not that guy that is great at pressing. That's why I don't think he suits us away from home. But I think there's games at home. Cannot tell me that at least on the bench. What sense does it make to have a guy £350,000 a week? He's training with the team every day, and he can't get a chance to get into the team. It's no, sorry. On that one, I am not backing Arteta. He's got that one wrong. And we can see it. We can all see it at the moment. Come on. Elliot John ain't having it. He says Arteta out. It's just quite simple as that, you know. Tejas says he wants someone like Xhaka, who's an expert in pressing. Sorry, I can't read the writing there. No disrespect. But what is that? I'm trying to think what language. No, I don't know the language. I was trying to see if I could suss it. But he says one of the world's best playmakers on the bench. I think what used to be one of the world's best playmakers definitely isn't that now. However, definitely better than what we got out there at the moment when it comes to playmaking. Who's, as I said, I should have had James here or something. I want to know. I'm sure we ain't had an assist from midfield in the Premier League. I'm sure of it. I'll have to get onto the phone with James. Serious, you know. Lewis says, bless me with the PS5, Don Robbie. You probably just bought Sony, so I'm sure that you've got a few kicking around. Yo, bro, you can bless yourself with it by entering the competition. Enter the competition. There's simple questions in it. How many goals are Arsenal going to score against Tottenham in the North London derby? Those type of questions. Enter it. There's a leaderboard. If you come at the top of the leaderboard, it's yours. And a share of £1,000. Not just the PS5, a share of £1,000. If you're way at the top of the leaderboard, all 1,000's yours and the PS5. So bless yourself. Say a couple of prayers before you click on the link. And, you know, Then if you get the share of the £1,000, come check me, right? Marcus Shepherd says, bad time supporting Arsenal. Thursdays are good though. Bloody, I don't. That's the other thing, man. I want to be playing on a Tuesday or Wednesday, man. Kingsley Opera says, I understand we must question the manager when things are going well. How can we sack our manager after just one poor period? Even after winning 2 trophies, I believe Arteta is the way forward. Okay. There's I'm still waiting on Wayne Sage. Wayne. Right? Wayne. George 1 for LCFC, as you can see by his avatar there, right? He's obviously a Leicester fan, and his team is all Leicester players. But you know what? I know he's taking the mick by just putting in all Leicester players. Well, this is run by what he's put there. Kasper Schmeichel in goal. Pereira, right back. Do you know, I want Wayne, I don't want to influence it. Wayne, come with your team. Come with your team. I might go back to that, but come with your team, Wayne, yeah? Emil94 says, do you think we fans sometimes use the board as a scapegoat? I don't believe the board has been used as a scapegoat. I believe that this board for many a years have neglected the squad. They have not put the right amount of money into buying the quality players. Listen, sometimes they've given managers money and the managers have spent it on foolishness. But then on many other times, they haven't invested right in the squad. So they deserve criticism. But in the summer, fair play to the board. Thomas Partey, great signing. Gabriel, great signing. Need to do more, though. Cass says, Robbie, we never replace Santi Cazorla. Only Buendia can replace him. Club saving 120k a week on Ozil appearance because he refused a pay cut. We've been linked with Buendia, the Argentinian who plays for Norwich. I've only seen a few bits of him. Remember seeing him when we played him at Norwich. He played really well. Is he the answer? I don't know. I need to see more. But he is a cheap option and he is a creative player and he does press quite well. So who knows? Playing in the Championship at the moment. Alejandro said, Arteta is treating Ozil like your dad's vintage car. It will never run again. Yeah, looks that way. JW says, fans think huge changes will come from a manager who's had less than a year. He has to build a foundation and fix a decade of issues. Give him time. You don't really get much time in this thing, but I hear you on that. Philadays says, what's Arsenal's worst finish in your lifetime, Robbie? And do you think Arsenal can finish in the bottom half? Listen, I've seen it Arsenal finish in the bottom half. Of course they can finish in the bottom half. They don't get their act together. I know everybody, sometimes people come, we're the Arsenal. Of course we're the Arsenal. And we should be nowhere near where we are now. But if you don't play well in this Premiership at the moment, you are where you are. Tinesh says, regardless if Arteta has the players he wants, our team is not 14th place. We are not even top 10. That's why he's out the door. Come on, Tinesh. Also, let me just put that a bit more into perspective, right? I'm going to go. Let me see, right? I'm just going to the table quickly here. Right, Arsenal, Tinesh, yeah? They're in 14th place. Terrible. I hear you on that. We shouldn't be in 4th place. Not really making excuses for it, right? But Southampton in sixth place and West Ham in 5th place are 4 points above us. That means we won a game, we'd be a point. You know, a couple of games won with Leicester in 4th place are a massive 5 points in front of Arsenal. Come on, it's not that it's not a retrievable thing. It's still early in the season. I don't want to be where we are, but I think we've got to take it, 14th place after, maybe say after Christmas. I understand it. 14th place at the moment, especially with how tight things are. I think, don't get carried away with that. Elliot John says West Ham are above us. Yeah, West Ham are above us. West Ham are also, yeah, you're laughing there, Elliot. Yeah, West Ham are above us, he says. Laugh out loud. Yeah, West Ham are above Man United. West Ham are above Manchester City. Yeah, West Ham are above Arsenal, as I said, right? So West Ham are above Everton. Right. I'm still Wayne Sage. Here he is. Right. We see what Wayne Sage is saying now. Right. He says Leno in goal. Yo, Wayne. Leno in goal. Kasper Schmeichel. Could be in it. Could be either of them, really. Be real now. But maybe we could scrape Leno. Sionchu. Yeah. Gabriel. All Brighton. No, you haven't even thought of guys like Pereira. Pereira at right back. Not Albrighton. Pereira. Right? Tierney's gone. Partey. Tielemans. Barnes. Pepe. Saka. Aubameyang. So how many Leicester players is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think you're being a bit, come on, man. Right. Now, where's Vardy? You've got to, you could put Aubameyang on the left, Vardy down the middle. You've got to have Vardy in that team. Where's Ndidi? Yeah, you'd have to have Ndidi in that team somewhere. Right? Partey in there, Tielemans, yes. Barnes. Listen, I'm telling you, man, this is what I'm saying, Wayne. And even you, I can see there, you've squeezed. I can see you laughing as you're with this video, but you squeezed, right? And you still had to put 5 of their players in the team. And you squeezed. Be real now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Do me another one now, right? Again, I hate this. Do me another one with Tottenham. Right? So when people are saying if you don't get top 4, you should get sacked, look at the players he has. Do me another one with Tottenham, Wayne. And I know you, as I said, I know you squeezed that. You squeezed that because, as I said, look at JML when he's won. He said Kasper Schmeichel, Pereira, right? To me, Pereira is one of the best right backs in the league. I know he's been injured. He's outstanding, way better than Bellerin. Gabriel, definitely. Sionchu, but even with the centre back one, Gabriel's been outstanding this season, but so has that Fofana that they bought him. Remember him? He used to partner Saliba at Saint Etienne. He's also been brilliant. So you could make an argument for Fofana as well in there. But although, listen, Gabriel's been outstanding. Tierney, Ndidi, Tielemans, Maddison. Wayne Sage didn't even have Maddison in his team. Maddison, goal-scoring player from the middle of the park, as Tielemans as well. Scores goals from the middle of the park. Pepe, Vardy, Aubameyang. I think that's a probably more accurate team. If I'm being honest with you, yeah? The only player that I think I'd say I would like to see in that team, I think Partey. Partey, I think, can get into that team. And at this moment, so if you look at that team, right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Leicester players in that team. And you can't really argue much against that. So this is what I'm saying. This is Leicester. We haven't said let's do it with Chelsea. We haven't said let's do it with Man City. We haven't said let's do it with Liverpool. Yeah? We haven't said let's do it with Man United. So, to say that he should just be automatically in there. I mean, here's another one. Josh Barkley says, Robbie, here's my combined 11 for Leicester and Arsenal. Schmeichel, Tierney, Gabriel, Fofana, Justin or Pereira, Partey, Ndidi, Maddison, Aubameyang, Pepe, Vardy, but I take under Pepe. Again, loads of Leicester players. So this is what I'm saying. So when people are saying that if he doesn't get top 4, he should be sacked. Can't you see that he doesn't have the players? Stan Kroenke's, that original Stan Kroenke, he's done one with Tottenham. Again, man, look at this. Lloris, Reguilon, he's been having a good season. Gabriel in there. Dyer. Hates me to say it, man. Dyer's been having a good season, right? Bellerin. Nah, man. Bellerin don't get in there over Aurier right now, probably. I don't think so. Partey, Ceballos, Son, Lucas Moura, Aubameyang, Kane. And I think that Ndombele, you'd have to say, would have to be in that as well. You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying, man. Your guy needs a personnel. And Jake, no, I'm not a closet Tottenham fan. Just shut up, right? Be real here. We're just trying to be real. We're trying to be real. And it's upsetting me. Kyle Davis, Lloris, Aurier, Gabriel, Alderweireld, Tierney, Partey, Højbjerg, Ndombele, Son, Kane, Aubameyang. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 Arsenal players in that. Again, 7 Spurs. I remember the days when we're doing teams, right, with Spurs, right? You're lucky to, you know what I mean? You get like 2 Spurs players in there, 3. This is what I want people to look at, right? I know we want to say we're the Arsenal. Of course we're the Arsenal. Of course we want to see our team back on top, but it takes time. Yeah? Jermaine says, Arteta propaganda is a bit strong, Robbie. Kroenke's paying AFTV. Aurier is terrible, sir. Listen, I'm just trying to be real. You've got to give the guy time. You can't be talking about sacking him now. I said to Curtis the other night, it's Curtis's opinion. Love Curtis. Curtis feels very strongly on it. But my opinion, this is just going to get off on mine. Too early. Too early. Right? And the Kroenke ain't paying me nothing. Right? I wish he was. I could do with it. Right? Aurier has been having a great season. I'm just being real now. It is what it is, man. Let's hope we can go and like turn them lot, because trust me, is what they're doing my head in at the moment, man. They really are. Naomi RPLK says, I'll tell you right now, I am so interested by the team Arteta is going to build. I'm sure he's going to surprise everyone. We are on the right way. Are we going to have to just suck it up for a year? Just take the pain for a year before we bounce back? Or is that what we're going to have to? We might have to do that. Nesface says, Casper, Pereira, Sionchu, Gabriel, Tierney, Ndidi, Tielemans, Maddison, Vardy, Barnes, Aubameyang. Then he goes to Tottenham one. He says, Lloris, Aurier, Toby Alderweireld, Gabriel, Reguilon, Højbjerg, Ndombele, Partey, Son, Kane, Aubameyang. Again. Right? And we could do this for Chelsea. And we could do this for City and Liverpool. And come on, we be real now. We don't have the squad. You could do it for Wolves. I looked at Wolves' midfield the other day. Their midfield is better than ours. I'm looking at their midfield. I'm saying Neves, I'd have him. Moutinho, I'd have him. Yeah? I'm looking at their defense. Cody, Connor Cody, Willy Bolly. Wouldn't you have those players? Let's not, you know what I mean? We don't have the players right now to say. I'm just responding to that guy earlier who said if he doesn't get top 4, he should be sacked. If he gets top 4, he's actually overachieved. Let's be real. And Wenger, to be fair to him, did that for many years. He overachieved. He overachieved, Wenger, many years. It's just that he stayed on too long. I Am King says, all right, Don Robbie, you got me like Casey did Curtis this morning, bro. You've brainwashed me. I'm not Arteta out, but sometimes it's off with him. Listen, he's upset me greatly this season with some of his team selections. I remember that time we went to Liverpool, he dropped Gabriel. I'm like, why? The Saliba thing's doing my head in. I just don't understand this Saliba thing. I'm upset about this Ozil thing. I'm just like, you know, I said from the beginning, if we play well, nobody will say anything, but we ain't. And I'm like, yo, Reverse that decision in January. Swallow your pride and reverse it. There's nothing wrong with getting something wrong. But, you know, to talk about sacking him, mad, ridiculous. The 12 man 86 says, we have to be honest. If we're talking informed players, we can only offer Gabriel and maybe Saka in any combined 11. Our team is atrocious. Current form, man. I don't know, man. No one's getting in. Here's another one. Taboo says, Lloris, Hector, Socrates, Gabs, Kolasinac, Partey, Ndombele, Xhaka, Elneny, Aubameyang, Eddie Nketiah, and Vardy. What's that? You combined what? That's combined what? What is it? QA Gaming says, do you think Kroenke leaving could help Arsenal in the long run? Maybe Dangote could invest a huge amount. You know what? I'd love to see somebody else take over this club. I really would. He's had a long time, Stan Kroenke. In the time that he's been at Arsenal, we've won FA Cups, but we've got nowhere near winning the league. Not good enough. I'd love to see him hand it over to someone else. That's my truth, honest truth. And I think he allowed the Malays to go on for too long before. It's only just recently he's got involved and said he's seen what we've been seeing for a long time. Love for someone else to have it. Asif says Arteta needs time. Excuse me, time. 3 months lockdown. Post that, we won 2 trophies this season, last season, and we're not doing well, but it takes time. He wants a 4-3-3, but we need the personnel. I saw that he's saying that, you know, he wants to play with a 4-3-3. Cass said, this is painful. Godfather says, you could do this for Burnley. All right, don't go too far now, right? Although we got them in a couple of weeks' time. You know what, as well? Let's remember we're badly off form. It's got to turn around. King's Opera says, we might just have to endure this season. Go for cup competitions. I already did that one, Fabo's team. Nima says, Arsenal has had so many problems when Arteta started. He's won and he can't deal with every problem at once. Feel bad for the pressure on the youth. And here's another team. You know, I'm not even going to read out those teams. I'm getting depressed now. Oh, man. So all I wanted to do was make that point to you guys that when you turn around and say, we're the Arsenal automatic top 4, we, player for player, we don't have the 4th best team in the Premier League this season. Last season, we finished 8th. That was probably a true reflection of where we deserve to finish. We need better players. However, we should be playing better than what we're doing at the moment. A couple more here. No way can I pronounce that. Arteta has already, sorry, no disrespect. Is it Kawib, the surname? But he says Arteta has already had a summer transfer window, but did not buy a CAM and did not get rid of defenders. Not good enough. Well, he couldn't buy a CAM because they didn't have the money to do that. They only could get Partey, couldn't get Arteta, Awar, and he couldn't get rid of them defenders because they didn't want to go. They didn't want to go. And that's as simple as that. And Justin Wells says, let's be honest, only 3 Arsenal players get into the Spurs team. Gabriel, Partey, maybe, he says, and Aubameyang. On current form, it's only 1, Gabriel. And Toya says, yo, Robbie, I beg you get tied to do a combined 11. Maybe then he'll see how Tottenham have risen and they're a threat. He does do. We've got a video coming out later on in the week where he does do a combined 11 with Tottenham fans, and it's brilliant. You have to, Ty already. Drew says, you don't have the best team, but you're able to play as a team, and you're right. But I'm just saying, don't just look on it and expect, Elliot John says, AFTV, Emery came 2 points off 3rd with Iwobi, Socrates, Lichtsteiner, Welbeck, no excuses. Yeah, but he didn't make the top 4, did he? And he didn't win a trophy. and he should have got top 4 and he blew it. So no. And the season hasn't finished yet. We don't even know where the manager's going to end up. So anyway, listen, we've come to the end of the show today. Let me remind you again, link is in the description. You can win this, a PS5 and a share of £1,000. Right, let me hold it up again. PS5 and a share of £1,000. All you got to do is click the link in the description. Enter right now. You've got to be over 18. AFTV picks. I'm going to be picking my team. I'm going to be picking mine as well. If I win, I'll donate all the money to charity, and the PS5 I will as well, right? So enter right now. Right, the link is in the description. And once again, I want to thank everybody yesterday. Our live stream, we raised over, and money's still being collected for it. We raised over £5,000. Thank you guys so much for the Hive Food Bank based there in Islington. And trust me, they're going to be so happy with that. We're buzzing. Thanks to all the Tottenham fans who helped us to do it. You know, I'm going to give you praise for one day only, right? It was a nice touch. And big up all the Arsenal fans, and big up all of you guys who donated as well. You were very special yesterday. Trust me, I love you guys, man. We will be back in the morning with more AFTV. And also later on, we've got a video coming up with highlights from yesterday's Walk the Line. It's so funny. Check it out. Thanks, and I'll see you guys in the morning.
This weekend, we are starting a brand new competition called AFTV Picks, where every week we are going to be giving away cash prizes. You can win yourself the share of up to £1,000 by simply entering our free competition. Yeah, it's free to enter. You don't have to spend a penny, and you can win yourself a share of £1,000. And guess what? Because it's the North London Derby, we're also giving away one of these bad boys, a brand new PS5. Especially for you, for free. So yo, what are you waiting for? Enter the competition right now. All you got to be is over 18 and answer a few questions around the North London Derby, and the PS5 could be yours, and a share of £1,000. The link is in the description. So what are you waiting for, man? Yeah? Why are you still sitting there? Enter now.